Hi, I've got another bite-sized blues lesson for you today, and today I'm going to try my best to show you the introduction to Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix from his Band of Gypsies album. So anyway, we'll get straight to it. So before we start, this guitar is going to be in a D tuning rather than it not being a normal E tuning. It's tuned down the entire half a tone. Entire tone, sorry. So rather than it being E, A, D, G, B, E, we've got D, and I'll play the note for you, G, C, F, A, and D. So if you wanted to play with the play along with the Band of Gypsies version, you need to tune down to that tuning. And the other version I've got, I think, is the Live at the Isle of Wight, and I think that's in E flat tuning. So if you want to play with that one, just tune your guitar to E flat. So anyway, we'll start off. Oh, another thing as well is this song's probably the most well-known song for the Univibe. So I've got a Voodoo Labs micro vibe pedal, and I've just got the speed turned up to the maximum. Let's get that sound, and to be honest, it's my favourite effect. I love that sound. So anyway, we'll crack on with this. The first lick's going to go like this. So what we're doing there is we're getting that open, I'll refer to it as EADGBE just for simplicity versions, but it's going to be a D. So we're going to get that open E note, and then we'll kind of be laying our hand across all the other strings. So we're going to hit that low E and do that. Then we're going to go. So that's going to be 12th fret of the G string, hammer on to the 14th, and then go to the 12th again, and then do it again, 12th to 14th, back to 12 again, and then go, and that's basically the D string, sorry, hammering on from the 12th to 14th. So far we've got this. So that's the first run through, first little riff. The next one does this. So all we're doing there is we're doing the same low E, do that kind of scratching noise, and then go. So that's going to be again hammer on from the 12th to the 14th of the G, then get the 12th of the G again and give it some vibrato. So far we've got this. The next little lick after that goes like this. So what we're doing there is we're getting the open low E again, get our little scratching noise, and then we're going to hammer on from the 12th to the 14th of the G twice, and then we're going to go. So we're going to go hammer on from the 12th to the 14th on the D string, get to the 12th again, and then hammer on from the 12th to the 14th of the A. So that little thing goes, and then we're going to repeat the second one. So far, very slowly, we've got this. So that's the pretty much the first part of the intro. So that's the first little section. The next little section does this. So again, we're going to get a kind of scratching noise, and I find it only sounds authentic when you're doing it around this 14th fret area. So when you're getting that, if you do it anywhere else, it doesn't quite sound right. So you've got to kind of do it around the 14th fret. So you're pretty much laying your hand across the entire set of strings at the 14th and just, and then the first little lick goes like this. Oops. So what we're doing there is we're kind of bending the 14th of the G, and then we've got our finger on the 15th of the B, and bend up the 14th only. Bend it up, then get to the 12th of the G. So that's going to be 12th of the D, 14th of the A. So and then we're going to go hammer on from the 12th to the 14th of the D. So that entire thing goes. And do the scratching again. And this is the next lick. So what we're doing there is we're doing that same little bend again. And then we're going to go 12th of the G to 12th of the D. So that entire thing so far, so it goes like this. Do the little scratching again. Then this little lick's very difficult to play on this guitar because the frets are very worn on it, so excuse this if it sounds terrible. It goes like this. So the first little part of that lick goes like this. So what we're doing there is we're going to bend the 15th of the B, and then we're going to go 12 of the E, 15th of the B again, 12 of the B, 14th of the G, back to the 12th of the B, and then we're going to do this. So that is a very kind of Hendrixy thing. So it's all that is there is going to be 12th of the G, and then pull off from the 14th of the D to the 12th, end up on that B note, which is a 14th of the A. So that entire little lick goes like this. And that kind of, you've got to do that quickly, because that's a very Hendrixy thing. Around this era of his playing, he was doing that quite a lot. In fact, in this song he does that quite a lot. So that little lick, entire lick goes. And then back to our scratching, and then we do this little lick. So all that is the first little bend again, which is going to be the 14th of the G, bend it up, and then keep that 15th of the B, bend it down, and then end up on the 12th of the G. So that entire little part slowly goes like this. So now we're going to move on to the next bit, which is very similar. It's a little riff actually. It's going to be the same as scratching noise. Then we're going to go. So all that is gone the 12th of the A, bend it down, bend it down twice, and get the 12th of the A again to 10th of the A to the 12th of the E, and then get back to the. Then we're going to go. So that's going to be 12th of the A again, bend it down, and then 10th of the A, and then end up on the 10th of the E. So that little part goes like this. And yeah, he repeats it twice. So once we've played that little riff, we're going to be into this. So what we're doing there is we're kind of go down to kind of slide to an open low E, and then do a little trill on that second fret of the D string, typical Hendrixy thing, and then we're going to bend up the second fret of the G string. Once we've got that, we're going to I use my finger to pick the high E. So we're going to bend it up, high E, bend that G again, pull off, and then we're going to do a little trill on that second fret of the D string again. So that entire little thing goes. So now we're into a kind of little solo, little intro solo, and like I say, I'll try my best to explain what's going on, or what I can hear is going on. So the first little lick's going to go like this. So I'm going to try to explain this lick. It's very quick when he's playing it, so I think it's going like this. So what we're doing there is we're going to slide from the 14th to the 16th from the G, get the 15th for the B, and then get the 15th for the B again, bend up that 14th of the G, down, get the 12th for that G, so pull off to that 12th, then get to that 14th of the D. Then we're going to go, so that's going to be 12, 14th of the G, slide up to 16th, get the 15th of the B, and then go back down to the 14th, so slide from 14th to the 15th, back to 14th to the 12th of the G, so that little thing, entire thing goes like this. End up on that 14th of the D. Then we're going to go. So that's going to be a typical Hendrixy thing where you kind of hammer on the and pull off on the 14th to the 12th to the 14th, sorry, of the G. So we're going to hammer on the 12th to the 14th of the G, pull off again, then do the same for the D. End up on that 14th of the A and open low E. So that entire thing goes like this. So that's the first little lick for that part of the solo. So the next little lick after that goes like this. So we're going to do that little bend on the 14th and keep the 14th for the G and keep the 15th for the B again. So bend it up, go to the 12th of the G, 14th of the D, and hammer on for the 12th to the 14th of the G. So, and then we're going to do that kind of Hendrixy thing where he goes. So he's going to kind of hammer on again from the 12th to the 14th of the G, then the same again on the D, end up on that 14th of the G, and then get open low E. So that. So the next part, the next little lick is where it gets a little bit strange and difficult to figure out what's going on. I think this is what's going on. So what I think is happening there is I think he's going to be bending that 12th of the G string up and down and kind of giving it vibrato at random times. So, and when he comes down, he doesn't quite bring it down fully. He kind of gives it a kind of a quarter bend and give it a ever so slightly out of pitch. So it does that 4 times, then he goes. So that's going to be hammer on from the 12th to the 14th of the G, slide down to the 11th, and then pick that 12th of the 14th again, the 14th G again. So, and then I think he's doing this. So he's going to hammer on from the 12th to the 14th again on the G, pull off, kind of get a trill, a little bit of a trill, like maybe twice, of the G from the 12th to the 14th, and then he's going to go hammer on from the 12th to the 14th of the A, slide down to the 10th. So that a little bit so far slowly goes like this. And then we're going to slide from the 12th to the 14th of the D. So I think that's what's going on, and I hope I've explained that well enough. I'll play it once more slowly. Then the next cool little lick, it's just as strange as that last lick, but it sounds great nonetheless. And again, I think this is what's going on. I think he's going. I think he's bending that 16th of the E G, kind of slowly bending it up and giving it vibrato as going up. Then pulling off it to the 14th, bend it up, bending the 16th up, pulling off to the 14th, and then bending that up and kind of giving it vibrato. Then I think he's going to slide down. He slides down from the 14th to the 12th to the 11th. This is all on G string, by the way. To the 9th to the 7th, and then so far we've got this. And then I think we're going to go slide from the 11th to the 9th of the G, and then we're going to go. So that's going to be 9, 8, 7 on the G, 9, 8, 7 on the D, slide to the 5th of the D, and then slide back from the 7th to the 9th on the D, and upon that 7th of the A. So that little lick goes like this. I think, again, that's my interpretation of it, and again I hope I've done that, you know, I've explained it well enough for you. And then finally, the last little part of the intro is just before he starts singing. He's going to be back in his open position E, and he's kind of going to play an E. Typical Hendrixy stuff, really. So he's going to kind of slow slide down. He's going to slide down on the low E, get that open low E, kind of get that trill again on that 2nd of the D string, and kind of get an E chord, kind of arpeggiate it or play it however you like, and then we're going to go slide from the 2nd to the 4th of the G string, maybe get that high E again, and then get that kind of bend. So slide from the 4th, then bend on that bend on that G string at the 2nd, bend it up, pull off, get that 2nd of the D again, back into the E chord. So that little bit goes like this. You can probably slide that if you want. Makes no difference. Hendrix played it different anyway. So hopefully I've done that to you know, an acceptable level for people to learn the beginning part of Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix. Again, you know, you listen to him, he plays things so differently that he would never ever play that the same way twice, because pretty much Machine Gun's just a jam, really. It's just a jam in E. You know, there's a couple of versions of it out there and they both sound completely different. So anyway, I hope, like I say, I've done that some kind of justice, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe or like or watch any other Hendrix videos, or Stevie Ray Vaughan, any of those guys. And anyway, thanks for watching.